Grand Royal Rich Risings, gods and goddesses. This is Dr. Shriya. For the very first time in my life since I've been doing YouTube, which has been for the last 4 years now, I actually feel like a guest on my own channel. As you can see from the title, this is juicy and it's going to be raw, esoteric truth and information. I'm warning you now to, if it's convenient for you, pull up a chair, pull up a seat, get you a pen and paper, okay? I'm going to give you a few moments to grab a pen and paper because you're going to want to write down what I'm about to tell you. I don't know how much time this is going to take. I was going to um, upload this for next Sunday, but I am getting major downloads. I had to do this now because I know me, and even Dana can vouch for me. I will forget. Seriously, I will completely forget just because of the load that I have on my plate is a large one. And for those of you that sign up to the Divine Matrix class, I will be emailing or inboxing everyone today the book that is required that you will need. And I don't care if you go ahead and look through it and start working through the workbook before we actually start, but I have to give myself some more time because in the middle of doing the recordings, I've had other things that have, arised that I had to take care of that I'm still taking care of. Some is legal, some legal things. And I just opened up a, another business and I'm still working through that with my clients as well. So I'm spreading myself thin and I really want to be fair to you and not just give you a video just for the sake of giving you a video, but really pour my heart and my soul into it because I always pour myself into my work and I don't do it if it doesn't feel like I'm being my 100% authentic self. So, it's a little bit delayed. I'm not going to give you a time frame exactly yet until midweek. That way I won't continue to keep prolonging it. But trust me, for those of you that have ever been to any of my workshops or any of my video classes, OMG, it is epic. They're all epic and it's worth the wait. Okay. So just to recap for those of you that signed up for my Divine Matrix class, and it's not too late, you can still sign up because it's on video and you can replay it, pause it, whatever. And I like doing it this way because it gives you the opportunity to keep replaying it whenever you want. And it will be uploaded on YouTube. And I do ask that you do not share the link with anyone. Okay. Out of personal integrity, I have really put my DNA into this course. Okay. And it's not fair for those that have paid for it. So again, do not share this video, and I'll get it out to you as soon as me and the divine align. Okay. Life is really lifing for me right now, and I have been kind of pulled off course due to the very reasons that I've just explained. And now that I've gotten that out of the way, that should have been plenty enough time for you guys to go get a pen and paper, start writing some things down because I'm coming with some, you know, university. I'm coming with some um I'm coming with some knowledge that I'm pretty sure you are not privy to, or you probably were unaware of what's happening in the world with this war over in Israel. Okay. And I'm going to break down who the Israelites really are And I'm going to break down why you shouldn't worship Jesus of the Bible. Okay, because it's not who you think he's not who you think he is. Let's just put it that way. Christ consciousness is an energy, it's not a deity, it's not a being. Okay, well, it is, but it's not the one that you think it is. Hmm. Sorry, Google's asking me, was it me? Because I was just doing something on my iPhone, you know. So with that being said, pull up a seat. Let's get into it. Let's lean into this, okay? So, a lot of you may have been wondering why I have not been doing readings for the collective when it comes to the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Well, I'm going to tell you, I have been knowing for 2 years now that God has been preparing. And when I say God, I mean Almighty God, not the God of the. Okay, hold on. When I say God, I mean Almighty God and not the Jesus God that people are worshiping, okay? Has been preparing for the spiritual war. Okay, listen. I'm sorry I'm being distracted because this is Moon Day, Monday, and this is where I'm extremely busy, and I decided to do this thinking that, hey, it's only 9 p.m. I mean 9 a.m. my time. Let me go ahead and get this out before I start getting calls and texts, and but they're coming already. So um I'm trying to multitask here. So there you go. So anyhow, anyway, you guys, I feel that there's gonna be a time where we're not even going to have to worry about the divine masculine or the divine feminine energies coming into union because and when I say we, I'm talking about God chosen ones. I'm talking about you, the viewer that clicked on this video. We are going to be totally awakened in our divine selves, walking in divinity, and our special person is going to be automatically guided to us and attracted to us. So when God put me on this mission to prepare you to awaken, I knew that something was going to be in the offing. I knew it was going to be something in the runnings. I knew that, you know, God was preparing something magnanimous, something that was bigger than me, something was bigger than life, something that was bigger than the collective, something that's bigger than divine feminine and divine masculine, something bigger than twin flames. And this is the battle of Armageddon. Okay. Babylon has fallen. Um, I do also want to say donations are a huge part of my work, you guys. I have committed myself to you all full time, and you are my divine mission. This is what God has called me forward to do. This is what I am doing. I am honoring that. And let's get into some symbolism and some esoteric truth about this war on Israel. Okay. Iran. All right. So let's talk about the Palestinians, Iran, all of this. Okay. So Palestine is a part. Israel, Iran, Palestinians, they're all part of the true tribe of Israel. Okay. Israel has always guarded technology under the guise of strength. Now, Jacob, which is another name for Yakub, is Satan, the scientist, who created his own race. Zeus, who is Jesus, aka Jesus Christos. Zeus is Satan. Okay. If you want to debate me on this, look in the Bible, and it calls Satan the morning star, but then it also calls Jesus Christ the morning star. Now, they both can't be the morning star if they're two different people. So they have to be the same people. That's how I came up with this conclusion. And my teacher, who I am learning from, has a whole freaking synopsis that I'm going to break down to you, but on another discourse because I can't do it all in one sitting because it's too much. But long story short, and I'll give you the long version on the next recording. Um, so Jesus rebelled against God, and then Jesus came back to redeem himself. Because remember that Jesus Christ he's always called the great redeemer. Well, how can you redeem something that isn't yours to redeem? Okay. So he gave himself as a ransom, and Satan came as Jesus and saved many. Okay. So let's go back because I don't want to get off course to Yakub. All right. Who was renamed, Jacob was renamed Israel, just like Abram was named Abraham and Sarai was named Sarah. And out of these people came the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. Not the 12 tribes of God, but the 12 tribes of Satan, aka Lord Zeus. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? I know a lot of you Christians are going to fight me on this and these religious Nazis, but let me tell you something. This is no time to play any damn games and to be stupid and unawakened. It's time to wake the fuck up and get your head out of the clouds because the Jesus that you think is not the Jesus who he is. The 12 tribes of Israel are the seeds of Satan. And if you are melanin or have melanin in your skin, you're not the Israelites nor the original Israelites. There's nothing evil about you, but everything evil about them. And for those of you who may or may not know or have not listened to Kanye West told you that they rule the world. Why are you thinking that it's Great Britain and the Europeans? It's not. It's the Jews. They own the media. They own the banks. They rule the fucking world because they're spawns of Satan. Okay. This message is for the Mexicans, the Asians, the Indians, the Africans. You were here before the Israelites came. You were here before the Israelites. Remember who you are. Let's zoom in on who the hell the Israelites are anyway. So you got, if you remove the J, because remember there was no J, Bobby Hemmett, for those of you that know Bobby Hemmett, he said it. Up until 200 years ago, the J was introduced into the Hebrew Aramaic alphabet. Only 2 years ago, you guys. The Bible was written how many years ago? 2000? So Jesus or Jesus is Satan. Period, point blank. Now we know who he really is now. Okay. Israel is one of the most powerful because it represents the tribe of Judah. And if you go into Genesis, you go down the list of the 12 tribes of Israel, Judah is the most powerful tribe. You're not from the tribe of Judah. You're an Anunnaki God because guess what? You are in the image of the one who made you. You are the image of your maker, which is Yahweh, Jehovah, Yadhe. Okay, so the people that pay taxes right now are part of the 13th tribe that was casted out. So if you go to work and you pay taxes, you're not part of the elite. The Jews are the elite. Okay, you've been casted out. And that's why you got to go to work and you got to go pay taxes because you are not part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, they have cities under the mountains and they have cities under the ground. And for every city that's on the surface, they have a city under the ground. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? It's not a myth. Okay? You got your black and your white, quote unquote, people walking around thinking that they are Jews because they practice Judaism. Now, let me give you a little bit of background history with me. I literally come from the Jewish bloodline, not only in my physical blood, in my body, but spiritually too. That's why my last name is Arimathea, not Armathea, not Amadeus, which most people mispronounce it for. The name is properly pronounced Arimathea. It's derived from the ancient Hebrew place name Ramathaim Zaphim. Okay. The Greek word is Arimathea, which means heights. Okay. As Rama means hill. My father, Joseph Arimathea, took the Holy Grail to England. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Know who you are. This is why I do past life or all life regressions. So you can explore previous or past lives you've lived before or those that are in the future. This is how I found out. And this is just only a confirmation because I was told that I was kin to Jesus by a doctor, a naturopath who inspired me to become a naturopath years ago. He introduced me to a book that's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type by Dr. Peter Dianimo. Dr. Peter Dianimo, in his book, breaks down the different blood types and where they derived from. I'm a B plus. So was Jesus. So was Mary. So was Joseph. That is my blood type. I was told that 25 years ago. Here we are, fast forward to 2018. I get my first past life regression. And the first lifetime that I go visit is the lifetime with me and Jesus Christos, or Mishiwa, which means Messiah. And that's what I refer to him. I never called him Jesus, not one day in life, in that past life. And I kept wondering when I was in that past life, why am I calling him a different name? Like, people call this person Jesus, but I keep making reference to him as Mishiwa. He was my first cousin. Me and Mary Magdalene were over the women. We were over actually the whole group of disciples. We weren't just over only the women, but we we gave special care to the women over the men. And it wasn't because of feminism. It was because the women were the nurturers. And if we made them 10 times stronger, how much more stronger would the men be? So I was in this cave, and I remember the cave was on a mountain, and it was made in the inside of amethyst. That's where we would heal. That's where we would pray. That's where we would do our incantations. That's where we would do our meditations to spirit. Okay. That's how Mishawa would come and recharge. Have you ever wondered why he really was sleepy and slept? He really got slept just like me. Mishawa, I would see him sleep 1 or 2 hours, and he'll be gone for 22 hours. Okay. I seen all of that on my past life regression. I do past life regressions for those that are interested. I will drop the link in the description box. Invest in yourself, you guys. It's worth it. And if you've never been on a past life regression on your spiritual journey, you don't even know the half of who you are, where you came from. And this right here, baby, will put you in your power and strap your boots on so freaking tight, you'll be ready to combat for war. This will help you to put on your complete suit of armor. Because how can someone tell you about you who don't know you? But most importantly, how can you even trek on your journey when you don't even know where you came from, or why you're here, or what your mission is, what missions you failed, what you need to overcome? A lot of us have phobias. I'm scared of water. Why? Because I drowned in a few past lives. Makes sense now, right? And to this day, if I leave out the room and I have a cup of water or I have a drink just sitting there, I don't care who you are. You could be my mama. I will walk back in the room and I will throw the cup out. I would dump out the contents in the cup. Never knew why I did that until my first past life regression. My second lifetime that I went on, I was poisoned. I was poisoned. Makes sense now why I won't drink out of a cup that's left alone. Because I left the cup alone and I came back and I drank it and I died. 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 And to this very day, I will not drink out of a cup that is left unattended. See, you get a chance to know some of your idiosyncrasies and why certain things are done a certain way by your soul or by you. Get a past life regression, people. It's worth it. I now do them from a distance. You don't have to come in person. I used to require that you be in person. Now I don't. Okay. It is a very imperative part of your journey to go back there, whatever there that is for you. This is how I found out that I am of Jewish bloodline or descent. Okay. The Jesuits, aka Zeus children, which with the help of Archangel Michael helped me to reclaim my sovereignty back through what I do now. My work is called soul revocation, revoking those old energies and oaths and promises and pacts. I did this in order to regain my power back, regardless of what I was told by religion, regardless of my bloodline. Okay. Which religion, by the way, is a co op anyway? It's a co op for Zeus. Being born a Jesuit or Jew, for me, was still a form of slavery. I later on found out through Archangel Michael all of my vows. One was a vow of slavery, another was poverty, another was chastity. That's why I can go long periods without having sex, and it doesn't even bother me because I already took those vows. It's already in my soul DNA. Obedience to Christ. That's the reason why I was religious for 23 years until my soul woke me up and said, bitch, either we gonna do this spiritually or you gonna die physically in religion because I'm ending this mission. Point period blank. The end. I'm the one that's in control. The soul is the one that's in control, you guys, not you. You're being led by your soul. You're being led by spirit. And I found that out. That's what awakened me years ago. Uh so know who you are. Get a PLR. That's a short acronym for past life regression. To get to know who you are is to know where you're headed and to know where you are right now in the grand scheme of things. No wonder some of you can't keep money in your pocket if your life depended on it because you have been chosen to stay in mental slavery based on your bloodline. Some of you are Jews, but none of you are Israelites. And I'm certainly changing the narrative and my DNA. This is the reason why I do plant based eating. I ingest silver and gold because I know that I'm a God. I know who I am. I know that I'm an Anunnaki, and so are you. All of us are Anunnakis. We were created by Jehovah or the God Yadhe who I pray to when I'm doing tarot because he invented the tarot system with the Urim and the Thummim. I know who I am and I know who I belong to. Okay. Satan, Jesus, has children, and Yahweh have children. And then there is a chosen race or the chosen ones who are a mixed race, such as myself and yourself, many of you. We were are, we were and we are crossbreeds. We have both our father's DNA and our uncle's DNA. But that's a story again for another day as well. I really don't want to get off track, everyone. I just want to make points, hit and miss a little, and then dive deep where the gravy is, right? Give you some sauce. But here's the kicker with us as being the chosen ones. We get a chance to choose which side we're going to take. Are we going to take the left hand path, okay, and follow after Satan, or are we going to take the right hand path and follow after God and love and light? It's your choice. There are people who think that because they worship Judaism that it makes them a Jew. It makes them a Jew. Well, I am sorry to bust your bubble and paradigm. Judaism is not a spiritual thing only, okay? It's a bloodline thing. The Jews in Britain, Great Britain, they run the world. Just like Yeezy told you, okay? Kanye told you. He tried to tell us that the Jews, Drake's people, run the media in the world. And they called him anti-Semitic, and they canceled him for it. But if you call a Mexican a wetback, or if you call, you know, a black person a nigger, or a white person a cracker, you ain't getting canceled by none of those races. Why not? Tell me why. Anti Anti-Semitic is only related to Jews, you guys, and they'll cancel you just like they did Kanye. Do you really think that Israel, who runs the whole fucking world, do you really think they're under attack? Do you? Do me a favor. Look up Hamas. Okay? Hamas. These are Muslims. The story that they left out is that Israel been attacking the Palestinians since Lord knows when. The Palestinians defended themselves against Israel. And now look, they look like the bad guy. When really Israel is the culprit. Israel is attacking them. Just like with the X-Men, Magneto looked like the bad guy. But all Magneto was doing was just protecting his planet against the humans. It's always the humans that's always doing shit. Have you noticed that? All right, let's take another example. Look at the Transformers. The Decepticons. Oh, because Decepticons is in their name, they're demons, they're bad. But the Decepticons were the ones that were being attacked by the humans. They were made out to be the bad guys yet again. But the whole time, they left out the narrative that the humans were the ones trying to destroy their planet. And that's why they came to attack the Earth. Megatron joined with the humans against them, but he wasn't a good guy for that. If your third eye is open, really, really, really open, Hollywood tells us everything that we need to know. But are you using your third eye to see? I don't even watch movies or television, okay? Or teleception, because you use the television to deceive people. It's no longer a television, it's a teleception due to the fact that they portray nothing but lies. But real eyes, real lies, real lies. But if you truly have the eyes to see the truth, it's always hidden in plain sight, just like the Bible. I used to call it, when I first awakened, the book of lies. Now, I don't even call it the book of lies anymore. Okay? It's only a lie if your third eye is closed. And just because you live in Israel doesn't make you a true Israelite, no more than being amongst Americans make you a Native American or American. Real Americans are also a part of the 12 tribes of Israel and run the world, with Judah, aka Israel, being the most powerful of them all. Real talk. Why do you think the original American flag had 13 stripes? These are blood stripes, are they not? Red. This represents the original tribes' bloodlines, that was the 12, with the original 13 bloodline being cast out. Who are they trying to cast out right now? Iran. The 13 colonies, the 12 tribes of Judah, Jesus referred to as Judah, which is the 12 tribes of Satan, or the seeds of Satan. I don't say Satan, it's Satan, okay, in case you don't know. Well, I have said Satan, but in my own language, and when I'm just talking about it, and if that name comes up, I pronounce it Satan, okay? Why, if you mention any other race and you speak derogatory against them, you don't get canceled. But why can't you say anything bad about them? Why is this the only race that is labeled, if you say something bad about them, as anti-Semitic? If you do, it's considered not only anti-Semitic, but it's considered hostile. Only Jews have this. No other race on the planet has this privilege. Do people not say bad things about Africans, Indians, Asians? Okay, I think I proved my point here. Oh, another thing. Mm, the star on their flag, the Jews' flag, Israel's flag, is not the Star of David. It's not. It's our Merkaba star. They stole that from us, the Anunnaki gods. You better look again. Look at that star again. That's not the Star of David, baby. That's the Merkaba. That star holds and has so many meanings that that could be a separate video alone. I have so many subjects within the subject that could be. I've been so far since I've been talking. I don't know how long that's been, but I have at least 5 subjects or 5 discourses that I can do in addition to this one, because that's how much information and knowledge I carry. That's how much knowledge I have. Okay. It has nothing to do with King David, who was a human being like us, who was a part of the original 12 tribes of Israel. These are the same people who killed our ancestors and waged war with us to get this land from us. The Europeans took the land. The Euro people did not take the Jews' land, did they? Okay, I rest my case. All right, you guys. So the Star of David is the Merkaba star. That's our people's technology. I hope you know. Again, I hope that you guys are enjoying this discourse. If you feel that you resonate with what I'm saying, by way of donation, you can contribute. I have three ways, and it is in the description box if you would like to add to my work so I can produce more videos like this where I can take out time to really give you lecture and give you university knowledge. And I'm grateful for YouTube University because you're going to learn today. All right. So, along with that, we have the pentagram as well. Okay. The one that people are calling satanic. It's not satanic, it's another ancient symbol. So now we know who Israel really is. Who are the Hamas? They have a problem with the Jews because they know who they really are. That's the issue that's at hand, folks. Ding, 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 ding. I'm peeling back the layers of an onion for you so you can know the truth about this war. Israel also have been calling, um, Israel has been killing and enslaving their people since they got here. Okay. They're also guarding some important esoteric technology that has been here since we've been here on this planet. We got hidden pyramids and technology that's stashed around the planet because we can't use it. So they're hiding it because they can't use it without us, right? So they hide it from us so that we can't access it or have access to it, which is under the guise of strip. Where is that located? In Israel. The Gaza, which is the real name, the correct name, strip, is 25 miles long and 6 miles wide. It's one of the two Palestinian territories along with the West Bank. Oh, now we're talking. The Gaza Strip is one of the most densely populated areas in the world. It's home to more than 2 million Palestinians. Notice I said it's one of the Palestinian territories. So if you have territory somewhere and they deliberately are denying you access to your own territory with your technology, what will you do to get to it? Or what would you do to get in? How else could you get in? Did you say go to war? Oh, okay. Okay. Stop believing the news, people. It's never truth. It's always packed with lies. If you take a little bit of truth and you mix it with a lie, it's no longer the fucking truth. It's a whole goddamn lie, right? You can't mix a little bit of truth with the lie and think that you can still call it truth. The war on Israel, my behind. A lot of you think it's a spiritual war and that the Israelites are the chosen race. The part that you're right about is it's definitely a spiritual war, but they ain't the chosen race. You are. I am. Who is America really? America is part of the tribes of Israel. You didn't know that? Yeah. But you want to know something else that's a secret, deep, deep, deep secret that I'm giving away? I was gonna put this in the Divine Matrix class, but I'm not gonna do that. I got so much other stuff that's there. This is nothing. I'm gonna give this gem away. And if you want to contribute to this knowledge, you want to donate, that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine too. Okay. So let's do some more spiritual decoding here. America is also the city of Atlantis. My friend, these ancient cities aren't dead under the sea. They are right here in front of our very eyes. Australia is also part of the Atlantis, but we're going to focus on America. America is the city of the Atlantis that runs across the 33 parallels. Google it. Los Angeles, listen to what I'm saying. Los Angeles, the city of the fallen angels. Are you awakening? Are you awakening? Are you awake yet? Phoenix. Think about the phoenix rising from Atlantis, rising from the ashes. Then we have Albuquerque, New Mexico, Dallas, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas, and Atlanta, Georgia, aka the capital of Atlantis. For people that are migrating to the US, all your paperwork and everything is done where? In Georgia. Come on now, people, wake up. Atlanta, Atlantis, Georgia. Now, why? All the important plasma and powerful plasma and black photon energy on the planet is in Atlanta along the 33 parallel. But it doesn't stop there. That parallel runs clear across Egypt, straight to the Giza or Gaza, Gaza, but they don't put that part in there. They leave that out deliberately, okay? Just to throw you off. It's really Gaza, Gaza. But anyways, my point is this. It's also called the 33 parallel. If you look on a map, you'll see where the Israelites and the Hamas are fighting over. You'll see on the map that the Gaza Strip is near Egypt. Once again, Gaza should be called Gaza. Once again, they spelled it differently to throw you off your rocker. They did that on purpose. Of course, we all know. The war that is now taking place in Gaza City next to Egypt, Hamas is actually an acronym. The internet will tell you that is an acronym for Harakat al Makawarma al Islamiyah. Okay, that's what the internet will tell you. Islamic Resistance Movement, the largest, most capable militant group in the Palestinian territories with two major political parties. That's what they want you to believe. But I got the sauce from the ancestors and from God Almighty. Okay. If you really pay attention, they're doing the same narrative as they did with 9/11. They wanted the oil in Iraq, so they tried to say that this regime This Islamic regime is always the Muslims they want to blame it on. Have you noticed that? Okay. They're trying to say that Iran has something to do with the war, but they can't prove it. So because they know they couldn't go as far as Iraq, they had to give you a reason to go over there. So they created 9/11, the 9/11 hoax. Then they invaded Iraq and took their damn oil, but said that they were looking for weapons of mass destruction that they still haven't found yet, by the way, you guys. Give me a break. We all know in reality they were only looking to gain access to the oil, which is nothing besides further polluting the earth anyway. So they're trying to start this war with Iran. But Hamas is not its own little country as they're trying to portray. It's a Palestinian military force made up of two different armies, the Iranians and the Palestinians. Okay. Now, I gave you their acronym. Let's do some further decoding for Hamas. HAMAS, straight from the ancestors, straight from God. Humans are murdering Anunnaki species. This is what it really stands for, people. Humans are murdering Anunnaki species. They don't want you to know that. It's all propaganda. They're intentionally arousing the Americans up. You see, they got the paid actors waving their Israeli flags, but the people that are really awakened are waving the Iranian flag and saying free the Palestinians. Okay. Did you know that Iraq, Iran, Palestine, India, Pakistan, Turkestan, Afghanistan are all Asia? Oh no, you didn't know that because you were told in school, and this is the reason why I homeschool my children. Okay, because we're about to go deeper. They teach your children in their schools. It's called the Middle East. And no, my friends, it's Asia, baby, just plain Asia. Imagine that. And this is the reason why I do not allow my children to go to their schools. They are homeschooled and not indoctrinated in the school system full of lies for 12 years of their freaking lives. Do you know there's no other school system in the world that is that long? It's for a reason, people. Are you awakening? Because if not, it's time to. It's time for us to start waking the fuck up. If my mom, who is not even close to being awakened, could work a full time job at the education department and come home and homeschool me for 2 hours Monday through Friday every day in your school, then so can you. It's enough with letting our children be brainwashed and learning fake education. It's enough. That's all Asia. That's Eastern Asia. India is Central, and Japan is Western Asia. They don't tell you that part though. They want you to think that Asia is a small, puny, itty bitty, tiny little country. Just like they teach your children that Africa is the second largest continent on the earth when it's really the first. They don't want you to know who's who and what's really going on, my friends. I got to take a sip of water. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness. That was much needed. Whew. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for waiting. Okay. So, Iran is backing Hamas, and for a good reason. It's their military, just like the Marines is the America's military, the Marines and the Navy. But Iran, let's decode this, you guys. It means I rise above negativity. But America is labeling them a terrorist group, just like they did Al Qaeda, Al Qaeda. I can't remember, but you know who I'm talking about. Back at 9/11, they try to do the same thing with the Muslims, same thing with the Muslims. Again, don't it look familiar? Everything always cycle back around. America is already sending Navy ships over there to Iran. They didn't do that with Ukraine, with the war in Ukraine. That's because that war wasn't real. It was fake. It was all propaganda just so they can put us deeper into deflation and raise fucking prices. Don't get me started. The thing is, this war is real. This is a real war that's taking place in Iran. Iran is backed by extraterrestrial races that are fighting against Israel for them. They're not showing the real footage, you guys. This is really a spiritual war, my people. They're not fighting with bombs. This is a spiritual war. High frequency projectiles are being used. Google it. If your Kundalini is raised, it will be labeled as red, green, or black. What is the color of Iraq's flag? Red, green, and black. And Iran is red and green. If you look at the symbol, because honey, baby, please believe, huh, I'm coming with some scholarship for you guys right now. This is college. I'm into symbolism. I'm a metaphysician, excuse me. I'm wanting to say like 1,000 things at one time, so let me slow down, you guys. If you look at the symbol on Iran's flag, that symbol dates back to 12th century Persia. The lion and the sun symbol is what it's called. And dating back to ancient Persia, where it gained its popularity as an ancient astrological sign of the sun in the house of Leo, which is why it's a lion and a sun. That represented their power and royalty. And just to give you further symbolic meaning, okay, this animal includes summer, monarchy, divine power and strength, protector, controller of spirits and devils, constellation, and fertility. You guys, Babylon is falling. America's wanting to go over there and stick their nose in it because they want to help out their brothers. But America, you about to get your butt whooped, spiritually speaking. So what's happening up there is all a part of the grand scheme of things. It's all a part of the Kundalini rising on the planet right now. Remember, you guys, I kept telling you about the timeline splits is happening right now. And in the midst of me telling you all this, a whole damn war breaks out. There is no other reader that's giving you this information because they're so asphyxiated on the 3D and getting you to be distracted. I'm going to put you on game, okay? You would know who's really connected to source by what they're saying. God warns his people before he acts. And so that's what I'm doing. So the Hamas is told, um, they're telling all of the Islamic nations to come together. That's really the whole part of West Africa, if you ask me, or if you want to call it that. So let's break down the code. What does Islam stand for? I got two downloads when I was channeling this. One is I self light am master, and the other one is I see love amongst mankind. Take what resonates with you, okay? What resonates with me is I see love amongst mankind. That's what resonates with me more. All right. We are composed of cosmic light, light beings, luminous beings. The Prophet Muhammad taught us this, but they tried to kill him and chased him out of Medina. They always pervert the truth. They perverted it back then, and now you have modern day Islam. The same thing with Yahweh. Besides, they couldn't kill Yahweh, at least not permanently, or Yahshua. Oh, God, excuse me. Some people say they're one and the same, but I know they're not. One is a god, one is a deity, the other one is a god deity, but a lesser. Anyhow, anyway, now you have modern day Christianity. They think that they're going to win, but they've underestimated the small country and the forces behind them being backed by alien races or AKA extraterrestrial beings. Oh, did you know that they never accepted the name Iran? That's a name given to them. That's a derogatory misnomer. The Caucasians named them Iran. Go look it up. Go look into Iran's history. You'll see all about it. Are you still with me? I know that I've oh my God. I probably busted so many paradigms and so many ceilings with you. I still got more to go. Okay. So naming them Iranians is the same equivalency to being called a black girl or black woman or African American. We're not black, okay? And we're not American, but we are Anunnaki gods and goddesses. We're Atlanteans. America is Atlantis, people. We are in the city of Atlantis right now, living. If you're in America, you're in the city of Atlantis. We are the people from the so called lost city of Atlantis. The whole America, the whole goddamn America is the city of Atlantis. It's not lost, it's here. We're on it. See the tales they tell? And who believed it? How is it even possible for something to get fucking lost on the earth that is a part of the earth? We have to stop believing the lies, people. We have to stop drinking the Kool-Aid and wake the fuck up. Africa was named after a Roman general, Scipio Africanus. Africans are not even fucking African. I'm going to repeat this again. Africa was named originally Alkebulan, which translates to the land of the blacks or the motherland of mankind. Not even most Africans know where their name was derived from, but they're proud to be called Africans, though. This is why I say, know thyself. I remember arguing with my ex African husband about me and my history being lost. No, no, because we're in the same boat, honey. Your race, your rituals, your everything, your culture is lost. What you have is the aftermath. What we have in America is the aftermath. And I'll get into America in just a moment. Let's focus on just the Africans for a moment. Okay. And another translation for the Alcubulans is translated the Garden of Eden. Africa is the freaking Garden of Eden where everything started. You want to know what the Garden of Eden looked like? Go to Africa. Seriously. This is just another step down the rabbit hole, people. And then come back and tell everybody you went to the Garden of Eden. I'm not playing, I'm serious. Have you ever wondered where the Garden of Eden was? Have you? It's the whole damn Africa, the motherland. Why you think it's called the motherland? Because that is where ancient civilization started. Not to mention that there were other cities outside of the Garden of Eden. Egypt is one. Egypt was before Africa. There will be many people that will argue with me, but don't forget that I am an Egyptologist. I've studied these things. Where there's no smoke, there's no fire. So don't try to come and correct me. Come correctly. Because everything that I'm giving you, I have studied, I have researched. I have doctor in front of my name for a reason. I digress. Because I know there's going to be some of you that might try me. You don't want to do that. I'm warning you now. Anyhow, anyway, Africans are not even Africans, as I told you before. Scipio Africanus, the Roman general, again part of the 12 tribes of Israel, killed the Alkebulan's ancestors. And now the whole damn country is named after this murderer. And if I were them, I'd take back the original name because the people have been poverty stricken ever since. When they are from royalty and should lack nothing at all. Because most of the world's resources comes out of Africa. The gold, cashews, cocoa. I was there. I seen it with my own two eyes. Africa alone is home to 30% of the world's mineral reserves, 8% of the world's natural gas, and 12% of the world's oil reserves. The continent has 40% of the world's gold and up to 90% of its chromium and platinum. Ask me why in the hell they trying to come over here. America doesn't have all those resources, and yet they can barely make ends meet. And it is because they don't know themselves. They don't know what they carry. They don't know who they are. Because if they did, they can recolonize their own. They can overthrow their government and start taking back their own power. But they're afraid because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they carry. They don't know who or what they own. And they are still carrying the name of the very white man that enslaved their ancestors and their asses too. The name you carry, you guys, means a lot. It projects your lot in life, where you're going, where you're headed. But the majority of the world is asleep anyway. So what else can I say? Oh, and let's not forget about us so-called Americans. You're not exempt neither. You're not an American. Do you even know where your name came from? Where your name was derived from? Oh yeah, let's go deeper down this rabbit hole, baby. An Italian man named Amerigo Vespucci, an Italian man, talking about he discovered America 7 years even after Columbus ass came. He comes 7 years later. Now he talking about he discovered America and named the damn thing after him. When my people and some of your people were already here on the land, he didn't discover a damn thing. The Native Americans were already here. And they're not even Native Americans. They're just native people. So why in the hell would I want to be called an American again? So Africans and Americans were both named by the ones that enslaved them, their people. Are you awakened yet? I hope you are. And if not, I hope you're awakening. Cause you know how sometimes when you get up and you had a long rest and you still wiping the sleep out your eyes and you still stretching, you yawning. I hope that's what you guys are doing right now, spiritually speaking. And people want to get all patriarchal around November because, that's usually the times of the election. And you're not going to vote for your country. You're not going to. My country? You mean Amerigo Vespucci's country? And technically, really, the Indigos, the Indians, this is their country. Now let's go back to Iran. Do you know what name Iran was before it was taken from the tribe of Israel or the Caucasians? It was Persia. I don't know if you guys are avid readers of the Bible, but it talks about how powerful the god of Persia or the prince of Persia was and is. An angel in the Bible was trying to get to Daniel, but this is what he told Daniel for the reason why he was being delayed. At Daniel 10:13, it says, "But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 1 and 20 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief princesses, came to help me, and I remained there with the kings of Persia." Did you hear that? He said he remained there with Michael. So Michael didn't just come and kick ass and then left. Him and Michael were there for 120 fucking days. Okay, for those of you that know math, that's 4 months. 4 freaking months. And this is not a human being. This is an angel. Do you hear me? And this is Archangel Michael, who is the second to God. There's no one like him. Nobody like him. Let's decode this verse I just read. The verse describes angelic beings warring with each other while Daniel was praying. The prince is interpreted as the guardian angel of Persia. The word prince is also used to describe the angelic figure Michael. Notice the angel said 1 and 20. That's 120 days, people. 4 months. What happened in Daniel's time is happening right now in our modern day times. Iran is at spiritual war. And remember, they have the Prince of Persia backing them up because they are Persia. The prince of the kingdom of modern day Iran was very strong then and very strong now to hold up two angels for 4 months, y'all. Not two human beings. So what the hell do America Army think that they're going to go up against? What they think is going to happen to them? Can I further emphasize the fact that we're talking about not one, but two angels being held up? Not a human being, or not human beings, but two angels. Because their Persian prince, aka Persian god, was warring already with other spiritual beings. And that was what was stopping the angel coming to Daniel to aid Daniel and to assist Daniel. Because it was already a war taking place. Oh, and by the way, you hear about the Persian Empire all throughout the Bible, how powerful, how might, and how strong this empire was. And still, the color folks, they were color folks just like you and I, because I don't say black, I don't say, African American, black as a crayon, right? If you go back and check the history, you'll realize that the Persians, or the Persian Empire, is still standing strong after they came over here from South America to North America and slaughtered everybody and renamed it America and took the land and divided us, calling us Latinos, Blacks, West Indies, and Asians. And the Persians still stand on their feet, 10 toes down, all the way until the 1930s. Then they were renamed Iran. So now they're saying that it's the Hamas versus Israel. Well, they might as well just say that it's Iran versus Israel, because that's what the truth really is. I see Aboriginal people, beings, gods, goddesses waving their flags, trying to get the American people to side with them. But no, they're siding with Israel. America is siding with Israel. Floyd Mayweather, you're acting like a porch monkey. What did they call it back in the day? House Negro, sending helmets and war gear. But where's your charity at for the homeless that are here in your own backyard, in your own country, on your own land? Where is it? With all that income you got, you a billionaire. You can't even help the people here. But it's Israel that you're helping. And you ain't even an Israelite, my G. The sad thing is, no matter how much money he sends, he shares, he spares to them over there, he's going to always be a Negro to them. Period, point blank. Let's not forget that they run the world, which means they got money already and they don't need yours. But okay, there he is in Israel. Let's decode Israel. Oh, this is going to be fun. I see real angels everywhere, Lord. I see real angels everywhere, Lord. And the Bible says, how do you not know that you're being entertained by angels? If you read the Bible text that I just read to you, you'll understand. It's in there. And may God walk with you, protect you, and bless you always. I have come to the end of my transmission. Thank you so much for watching, holding space. Thank you for your donations in advance, because you guys have been really good at doing that. Thank you for my channel growing. You guys are just awesome. I cannot do this without you. Love you immensely. Namaste.